the fake stand-up. Look at that. Ah! Somebody spilled their popcorn. Ah, Kevin Hart. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Hello, everybody across the country, and welcome to Las Vegas. Las Vegas, let's hear it. My name is Kevin Frazier. I'm the host of OMG Insider. But more importantly, thank you for loving me, the right Kevin. But there's another Kevin that everyone is here to see, and that is the one and only Kevin Hart.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Kev.
What's going on, Vegas? What's up, y'all?
Look at him.
What's up? What's going on? Everybody across the nation watching right now. What's up? What's up, everybody? Did y'all like the movie? I know y'all just saw the movie. Did you like it? That's good. That's good.
Kev, here's what I want to know right off the bat.
Whatever you want to know, man. We're about to get it.
Let's
get into it.
Okay, let's get it.
Turn up right now. Turn up right now.
You told a lot of stories, and you said a lot of them were true. Mm-hmm. If they're true, you live a crazy life.
I do, man. I do. Here's the thing about me, Kev.
Tell me the thing about you, Kev.
I'm an open book, man. I think that's the beauty of my stand-up. You know, I put it all out there, whether it's positive or negative. I put it out there for my fans to hear. Like that's my therapy. You know, I don't like to keep stuff locked in. Like on Laugh at My Pain, I talked about some dark stuff. I talked about my dad being on drugs. I talked about my mom passing away. I talked about me first going through my divorce. These are things that people don't necessarily find funny. But I have a unique way of telling my life, and people love to laugh at it, whether it's dark or not. It's kind of messed up on y'all side, to be honest with y'all, for laughing at a lot of stuff that I tell you. But at the same time, man, it's great for me because there is no secrets, and I think it's what makes me relatable. And that's why my fans genuinely love me and come out and support me the way that you guys are now, because you feel like you know me, man. It's good.
Yeah. You talk about your fans knowing you. How wild was it to go around the world and sell out in stadiums around the world?
Dude, I mean, I can't even put that into words. We went all over the country, as you guys saw, and the fact that, you know, I was there to make people laugh, and I had people of all races, shapes, and sizes coming out to my shows, sold out shows. I mean, we went to London. I sold out the O2 Arena, 16,000 people, and I was dumbfounded by it. I was like, I can't believe that I sold out the O2 Arena. So you don't realize what you're doing while you're doing it, but after I was done with this movie, I sat back and watched it, and I was like, this is historic. You know, this is some stuff that I'm glad that I was able to share with you guys, because you can't be there with me. So my reason for making this film was to show you my journey and show you all that I've done in this past year, which was a lot. I was in Copenhagen. Copenhagen, man, making people laugh. Like, dude, I was dumbfounded. We were in one country, and the girl came up to me after the show, and she was speaking a different language. And at the end of it, she was like, "Fire on these bitches." And I said, like she couldn't speak English, but then she said that to me. I was like, this is crazy. So, dude, it's the gift of laughter. That's the one thing that I feel like everybody does. No matter who you are, we all like to laugh. And the fact that I can be universal and give that gift. Dude, it's the best feeling in the world. You have no idea how good I feel. I'm in a great mood today.
You are in a great
right now, man. Turn up. Right now.
Hey, where did you come up with the whole fire thing?
Whole fire?
Tell how it started.
Well, we were doing these shows, man, and the shows were so big because they were arenas, and I was like, I want to do something different. You know, there needs to be a bigger representation of who I am at this show. I don't just want to walk out on stage and grab the microphone. You know, I want it to be somewhat like a rock and roll concert, but I'm doing comedy. So I was talking to my friend Matt, and Matt was like, dude, you should get fire on stage. After every joke, you should say, boom, fire. And I was like, yo, why you playing around? That's a good idea. He's like, no, I was just joking. I said, no, I'm very serious. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get fired. So we tried it. We tried it in one city, and I forgot that I had them there. I almost burnt myself. I almost pulled the Michael Jackson, set my hair on fire because I forgot where they were. And I was like, get fire on these bitches. And it's like, woof. And I was right next to it. I was like, and I had to dodge it. But it ended up becoming a good thing. Each city, it got bigger and bigger, and the production got bigger and bigger. And as you saw at Madison Square Garden, we went all out, and the flames were like 15 feet on stage. So it was crazy, man.
I want to know about traveling around Europe with your boys on a bus. How crazy is that? Because you're grown men.
We're grown men.
With grown men smells.
Yes, no. My friends definitely don't wash properly. You know what, man? We're friends who started from the bottom. No pun intended from Drake's song.
That's what I was gonna say.
These guys have been with me since day one. You know, we started out doing small colleges and small comedy clubs together. You're looking at a team that's been going right now for 4 to 5 years. But the good thing is, there's no room for error because there's no egos. You know, I don't look down on them. They don't look up at me as if I'm some god. You know, the reason why I think
nobody looks up at you.
Well,
Kev.
I think
Okay,
a couple people.
go ahead. No,
a couple people I'm taller than have looked up every once in a while.
I'm with
but
you. Okay, go ahead.
the beauty of it is when you got real friends and you got genuine people around you, you get real responses from any effort that you put forward in life. Yeah. And my friends don't sugarcoat anything, man. And that's why I keep those guys around me. And I've turned those guys into businessmen. I mean, you're looking at my company. That's Heartbeat Productions. So I took guys who at one point in time were just my friends and hanging out, and I've made these guys writers. I've made these guys producers. I've made these guys showrunners. And together we form Heartbeat Productions, where now we're a force in Hollywood. We demand respect in Hollywood. So that's what I'm proud of.
Hey, that is fantastic. Let's take a couple of questions from people watching all over the world. Evan on Facebook wants to know, who are your favorite comedians? Who
are my favorite comedians? Well, Evan, that's an unfair question because I'm a student of comedy, man. So this is a long answer for me. You know, I love what Richard Pryor did for stand-up comedy. I think Richard Pryor was way ahead of his game, man, ahead of his time, rather. You're looking at somebody who basically put all of his life's problems out there, whether they were good or bad, and people loved him for that. Eddie Murphy came up and did the same thing. These are guys that you know because of what they told you on stage. Bill Cosby, the same thing. George Carlin, rest in peace. Bernie Mac, rest in peace. You know, these are all people who have paved the way. Chris Rock, great friend of mine, also a mentor, one of the smartest guys that I know that are doing comedy. Jerry Seinfeld, a friend, a mentor. Like literally, my list goes on because you're looking at people who have nothing but a microphone on the stage and they make it look cool. You know, they make it interesting and it's entertaining. So for me, I'm a fan of those guys and I'm happy that they have paved the way for me to be here and do what I'm doing for you guys today. But if they didn't do what they do, I definitely don't have the opportunity that I have now.
And by the way, you are now in that list because you're an innovator. It's
thank
the
you.
people who can innovate and change it.
Thank you.
And I think that's what people see when, you know, go out and tell your friends, go see Let Me Explain, because it's innovation. It's taking comedy to the next phase.
Thank you.
All right, I want to remind everybody out there, whether you're watching in a theater, whether you're at home on live stream, please log on and send a question to Kev. Let's go to Steven on Twitter. How much material is based on your real family members and how mad are they?
Well, all of it. It's all based on my real family members. What I do is I just change the names so they can't sue me.
Has somebody come to you and like, Kev, I can't believe you told that story?
No. Nobody's. Here's the thing. It's all personal. So even though I'm talking about my family, it's me talking about myself in that situation. I don't make anybody look horrible. I don't disrespect any of my family members. But I'm talking about what they did and my response to what they did. So it's pretty much it's all self-involved. You know.
Wait a minute.
My dad got mad though. My dad definitely got mad at me. He called me a little bitch. You little bitch! You out here telling my business, man? What are you talking about, Dad? Everybody knew you was on that shit. I don't give a damn. My dad got mad. My dad definitely got mad for a second.
What about the girl in the trunk? I'm sure some of her friends are like, girl, he told the trunk story.
Well, you know, that's the ability of changing names, you know. My past relationships, you know, I've learned so much from it. I've got positive memories, I've got negative memories, but it definitely happened. I definitely had a woman in my trunk before. I don't need to specifically say who it was. It was a scary day for me, I'll tell you that much. I don't know how you would react if you popped the trunk and saw a human being looking at you with an attitude and then don't even address what they did. Like, I'm not bullshitting. She got out and took off as if I didn't see her. And I was like, this can't be happening. Like this, dude, I've had some of the craziest things happen to me in my life, from relationships and family. Like, it's not a joke. That's really what has happened to me.
Wow, Kev. That's what I'm saying. Your life is crazy. You need to explain.
Well, I don't think you should judge me. I just think that you should.
That's a good point. I won't judge you, but I will ask you that, you know, Let Me Explain comes out, and you know it's gonna be in nationwide in AMC theaters. And what does that mean to you that you're opening a movie wide? Because people don't sometimes understand that there's limited release and there's wide release, and this is a wide release of a movie.
Dude, I mean, it means A, to have the ability to do it is unreal. All I'm doing is paying homage to Eddie Murphy right now. I mean, you got to think in the '80s, Eddie Murphy was the rock star of comedy. You know, at the young age of 24, Eddie Murphy had Raw out in theaters, and it's what people wanted to see. Within our time and our generation, people weren't really putting out stand-up comedy films theatrically. Everything was on Comedy Central or on HBO, and they were HBO specials, and that's what people have become accustomed to. Oh, I'm gonna sit home and watch it. So, you know, in talking with my business partners and my friends in my company, we said we want to do bigger, we want to be better, we want to constantly elevate. And with Laugh at My Pain, we took a risk. You guys got to understand, you know, this is all me. This is all me doing this myself. You know, we took a risk with Laugh at My Pain. I put up about $700,000, and we shot it. And,
that's a lot of money, by the way.
Well, you know, I'm not talking about the money being small. I'm saying the risk was I wanted to gamble on myself.
Yeah.
I didn't want anybody else to take the opportunity to gamble on me. I said, I'll do it, and if I lose, I look up and I say, at least I did it going out with what I felt was going to be a success. So AMC Theaters were gracious enough to allow me to go in and just distribute my movie strictly in AMC Theaters with Laugh at My Pain. We put it in 95 theaters. Understand this, people. 95 theaters, okay? We did $2 million opening weekend on 95 theaters, and we wound up doing $8 million total on 190 theaters. Now, keep in mind,
set records. Yeah.
Movies come out. Movies are in 1,000 screens, 2,000, 3,000. We did $8 million on almost 200 screens, which is unheard of. So some people would take that and go, thank you. Some people would take that and some people would say, wow, I'm content. I've done it. I'm happy. I wasn't content with that. I said, this can be the start of bringing back what Eddie Murphy once did. So now I need to do bigger and better with Let Me Explain. So the whole time we were touring, the whole conversation was, how do we make it bigger? How do we make it better? And then Madison Square Garden came up. Mm-hmm. When Madison Square Garden came up, I'm dropping another bomb on y'all. This is why I cried at the end of this damn movie. You got Eddie Murphy, you got Chris Rock, you got Andrew Dice Clay, you have Dane Cook. I'm missing one, George Carlin. Those are the 5 people who have sold out Madison Square Garden. I performed at Madison Square Garden. I sold out 2 fucking shows at Madison Square Garden. It's unheard of. It's unheard of. So while doing it and thinking about the theatrical release, I said, we have the opportunity to make history right now. I can be in the history books. I don't wanna go out and do a limited release again. I want to do a wider release, but at the same time, I want to contain it because I want to own it. I want to own my own content because I'm now realizing that I can become a business, but not a business that's just self-involved. I can be responsible for putting so many people in a better place within producing my own films or doing my own movies. So this is just an example of what's to come for me. I can't sit down, people. I work too damn hard. So I do. It's the truth. Yeah. So when you talk about a nationwide release right now, the fact that I have posters up all over and it's me doing a concert film. You guys got to really think about this. It hasn't been done, man. So when you see me tweeting and I'm talking about making history, groundbreaking, summer takeover, in my mind, that's really what I believe. I believe that I can be in history books. So when I'm 75 years old and my kids look at it, they say, wow, yo, Dad was turned up. Dad was killing the damn game, man. That's the overall goal for me. That's why I put so much into it, man. Blood, sweat, and tears is into this right now.
Speaking of playing the big venues, like you just mentioned, Lauren has a question from Twitter. She said the movie was just as great as seeing you live. Were you really nervous before you did the big shows?
Yeah. I almost shitted on myself before Madison Square Garden. I'm very serious. Like right before we started, my stomach, like literally as I was going up the lift, it was like, hey man, I want to come out. And I was like, you got to hold that. The first 10 minutes of my show, I had gas. I was farting up a storm the first 10 minutes of my show. So yes, I definitely was nervous, man. You know, all the cameras were on. It was put up a shut up time. You know, there was no room for error. You can't have a bad show. You done spent all this money on production, so you had to bring it. So there was a big relief of fresh air once I was done, and people were standing up because I was so damn nervous, man.
No wonder those flames were so big.
Yeah, I definitely helped. I definitely helped those flames.
All right, here's Steve from Facebook. Do you prefer performing in a stand-up show or acting in movies?
I'm a comedian. I'm a comedian first. I don't get the opportunity to do all these movies if I didn't have success as a stand-up comedian. So with that being said, the movies can come and go. Being a comedian, you know, your fans are with you forever. As long as you decide to tell jokes, they're gonna come out and support you. So I don't ever see myself turning my back on stand-up comedy. I'm gonna do it until I'm probably 60, 70 years old because I genuinely love to do it. So the movies will always have a second seat to stand-up comedy.
How did you choose the material for Let Me Explain? And is there stuff you left like on the cutting room floor that you might have wanted in?
There were some jokes that I took out that I'm going to save for the next hour that I'm working on now. But Let Me Explain. I really felt like I had to say certain things because when you're in entertainment, it's very easy for the public eye to develop an opinion of who you are. And with that opinion they develop, they take it and run with it. I heard that you was doing this. Yeah, he is doing that. He ain't shit. You know this. You know what else I heard? Everybody takes stuff and runs with it. The beauty of being a comedian is I can address whatever I want to address. So everything that I've heard, everything that people have talked about, I said, you know what? I'm going to address it. And I built this whole hour around me talking about what people have said about me and being open and honest about it. You know, you want to know about my divorce and you want to judge it? Here's what it is out of my mouth. So now you have no room to make things up or say what you thought it was. You want to know about me as a father? Here it is. Here's what I'm doing as a dad. You want to know about me dating and how I feel about dating? Here it is, right in your face. Am I a bitch? Yes. Here's why. Like this is me saying it, so you don't have to judge. Right now, you know, you hear it out my mouth. So when people see me, there's no room for error. Like I've told you everything. So rumors shouldn't exist when it comes to me because you know that I'm gonna address it firsthand.
As soon as you get a chance,
As soon
and
as
it'll
I get
be
a
on
damn
Facebook.
chance. Yes.
All right. Here's another message from Facebook. What?
That was a guy. Thank you, man. That was a guy. Took a lot of balls to do that right there. Took a lot of balls.
I'm just
to
saying.
do what he just did right there. Love you, man. he just started crying, pass out, fall down the middle of the screen.
Is his girl looking at him funny now? All right, another question from Facebook. This is from Kim. What is your favorite childhood memory, and how did it help shape your career?
My favorite childhood memory. You know the joke that I tell about Miss Green? About me cussing and my mom. That's a true story, man. This is a true story. I didn't cuss that long, but my mom, this is like probably one of the funniest days of my life as a child. So I come home and, you know, my mom, of course, got the report of what I did at school and she's disciplining me. And my mom beats the shit out of me. Like, I can't believe you was cussing like that. You don't cuss. I didn't tell you to cuss all them times. You do what you're told. Beat the mess out of me, right? And while she was whooping me, I was like, shit. Why she hit me? I was like, shit. I told you stop cussing. And she stopped and started laughing. And because I cussed, it stopped my whooping. Like, that to me was the funniest moment ever because my mom broke. I've never seen my mom broke, but that belt hurt so bad. And like, I made eye contact. I was like, shit. Like, right. She started laughing. And stopped whooping me. So that's my favorite childhood memory.
Man, everything's just so damn funny. Let's go to Tony from Facebook because there are folks in Philly. So he has a Philly question.
Yes,
Philly
sir.
question.
Philadelphia, born and raised.
Pats or Geno's? And that's a steak sub question for those of you who don't know.
Pats or Geno's? That's a good question, Tony. I'm going to throw you one better. Max's. So Pats and Geno's, I'm gonna deny both of them. I'm gonna go to the hood at Broadnary where they don't wash the goddamn grease plate. So you got grease from 20 years that's going on your cheesesteak. That's what you want. You want a dirty steak. Forget the clean steak. You need that dirty cheesesteak. Max's, Broadnary. That's where I'm gonna go.
Woo. And you wonder why your stomach felt funny in Madison Square Garden. All right, this is Jessica on Twitter. And this is a good question. Mm-hmm. What is your hobby?
What is my hobby? Jessica, my hobby is being a dad. Because I do so much and I work so much. My time with my kids is like no other. Like I can't even express the love that I have for my kids. So my hobby is giving them what I never had the chance to have, giving them the opportunities that I never had a chance to have, making them experience the things that I couldn't experience as a child, beyond education, from travel, from understanding life, from understanding their dad and hard work. That's my hobby. My hobby is making sure my kids have a good head on their shoulders.
That's awesome.
From start to finish.
Have you ever had to whip your children and they curse back at you?
I know. Yo, be honest, I've never had to hit my kids. I almost hit my daughter once, and she started crying, and I had to leave out the room because I cried. Like it was one time because she stole something from school. She kept coming home with these toys, and I said, "Those aren't your toys, Heaven. Where are you getting these toys?" And she was like, "I'm borrowing them from school." And I was like, "Don't do that. That's stealing. You can't do that. That's called stealing." She was like, "But I'm borrowing them." I said, "No." I said, "Don't come home with another toy from school. If you do, you're gonna get a spanking." And the next day, I'm going through a book bag and she bought another toy. And I just told her, "Don't bring this damn toy home." So I was like, I had to man up. I'm like, yo, I got to confront her about this. I'm talking to my girl.
That's tough.
She's like, "Babe, all right, well, you got to spank her." I said, "Well, yeah, I'm going to do something because I'm mad." So I go talk to her and I'm like, "Heaven, didn't I tell you not to bring no damn toys back to this house?" And she looked at me. She was like, "I'm so sorry, Dad." And I was like, I walked out the room. I couldn't do it. I've never had to hit them, man. I got 2 beautiful babies. They're good. They're good kids.
That is awesome. Hey, if you were not a comedian, what would you be doing?
If I was not a comedian, what would I be doing? Probably somewhere modeling underwear because of this amazing body that I have. No, man, I don't know. I was in love with sneakers at one point in time in my life. I was a sneaker salesman, and I was really, really involved in knowing all there was to know about a sneaker. So I'd probably be working for a major sneaker company somewhere, developing shoes or engineering sneakers, something to that effect, probably.
Kev, David Beckham did the whole underwear statue thing. Would you think of coming out with the Kevin Hart line of underwear?
I thought about it. Here's the thing. We're only going to make smalls. I think that's what that's what would set me back. We wouldn't have any other sizes. It would be all smalls. That's it.
Tiny underwear. How tough was it putting this movie together? The edits, everything. How long did that take, and what was that like, the process of putting it together?
You're looking at about 7 months right now. You're looking at 7 months of editing, going back and forth with music, with transition,
the
segues from getting me out of the country, going back to the show. You're looking at rooms, like hours of just in-room conversations and looking at the movie. Like, there was one point where I watched the movie so much, I was questioning if it was funny because I wasn't laughing. I was like, dude, I don't think it's funny. They're going to hate it. We got to go redo the whole thing. I just don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So I had to step away from it for a while and then go back with fresh eyes each time because the process is so long. Like, when you with something from the ground up, you want it to be perfect. And with me, I wanted this to be perfect. This is a great representation of where I am in my stand-up comedy career to date. And I feel like I'm stronger and quicker and faster than I ever was when it comes to telling jokes. So I wanted to make sure that the movie showed that. And, for you guys watching now on screen, the goal was for it to seem like it's live. I wanted it to seem like you're actually at the show. That's why it's a lot of close-ups and my faces, and I'm animated, and there's so much going on because I didn't want you guys to ever lose interest while watching it in the theater. I want you to feel entertained throughout the whole thing. So that was the goal. That took a long time, man.
And I think you all were entertained, weren't you?
Thank you.
It was worth all the work.
What time is it? Because I got to get to work right now. You filming?
By the way,
like
you're filming,
too.
right?
Yeah.
You're filming right now.
Yeah.
You actually left filming to come here.
7:36. Oh God, I'm gonna be late.
Can we take one, Kev? Let's take another question. Okay?
Let's take another question.
Let's take. Olivia on Facebook wants to know: would you ever be interested in a dramatic role? And if so, what kind of role? And she spelled it role R-O-L-L, but
no,
it's
she
okay.
definitely
We know what she
spelled
meant.
role wrong.
We know what she
We
meant.
know what she meant. It's okay.
Olivia, we love you.
No, that's
but that
definitely
Facebook spelling is a monster.
That's
isn't it?
a
Folks
community
just can't spell
college
on Facebook.
education right there. I know what that is. It's okay. I'm a product of community college myself. 2 weeks. I failed the test. I dropped out. Y'all laughing. I'm dead serious. I was there for 2 weeks. I said, this is bullshit. I'm not going to do this. Would I be interested in doing drama? Of course. I'm a person who welcomes challenges in my career. Right now, I'm enjoying stand-up comedy. I have so many movies coming out this year in which I'm being funny that, there's going to be a point where I want to give another side. But I think right now, all my fans are enjoying me being funny, so I don't want to cut that ride short and try to do something else before I'm done with this. So I'm going to stick with comedy for a minute.
Yeah. All right. Kevin does have to get back to work, really.
I do.
There's a lot of people
that.
waiting right now.
What about a new Kings of Comedy tour? Here's the thing. Here's my opinion on that. I feel like when something's great, you can't redo it. You know, the Kings of Comedy, they made history with that tour. You know, putting Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hewley, Bernie Mac together was genius. Those men accomplished so many things. I think it's disrespectful to Bernie Mac to try to bring that back because Bernie Mac isn't here. So we have a king of comedy that's resting in peace right now. So me personally, I wouldn't partake in that because I think that those men stand on the pedestal alone for what they accomplished that year. I think right now I'm trying to build my own pedestal as an individual and accomplish certain things myself. So I'm going to stay on this Kevin Hart path and not stray away for a minute.
And by the way, I think everybody loves that Kevin Hart path. It's been the right path so far. Everybody, let's thank Kevin for coming out today.
Thank you.
And hanging with you.
Thank you. Hey, right now, you all have seen Let Me Explain. Jump on Twitter. Tell a friend to tell a friend. July 3rd. Help me make history, people. I love you guys for your support. I mean that. Thank you. Y'all be safe.
And thank everybody out there in the AMC theaters across the country. Kev, you go to work.
I'm going to work, Kev. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Las Vegas. Thank everybody across the country for joining us. Thank you, AMC theaters. We'll see you later.